Cub Scout blue, and these marvelous white hats. If you haven't noticed, all of those of you wearing one of these, go like this. Those are all Eagle Scouts. Those are all individuals who understand what it means to be marked men and understand that you never were an Eagle Scout, you always are an Eagle Scout, and that the world has right to expect much more of an Eagle Scout. And they're giving back day after day after day. We're going to continue to deliver the promise. That's our tradition. It's in our DNA. And we're going to keep the faith and we're going to keep on trucking. At the end of next year, America will know that the Boy Scouts have not only been around 100 years, but we intend to be here for another 100. Now, it's my pleasure and honor, and I got to know this gentleman as you were marching up the Capitol and we were looking out over that. I got to know him, a wonderful man, Assemblyman Jim Nilsen, Assemblyman of the state of California for District 2, raised in the San Joaquin Valley, a graduate of Fresno State. We won't hold that against you.
Fresno State!
The Cal Poly Mustangs don't have much use for you Bulldogs, but that's okay. In 1978, Jim was elected to his first of 3 terms in the state Senate. He served as Republican leader for 4 years. And then he continued in leadership, and this is an interesting, we were talking a little bit about this, he continued in service for many years as the chairman of the Board of Prisons, and he might say a couple of words about that juxtaposed to what he sees out here today. And in 2008, he was elected to the Assembly of this great state, California. Assemblyman Nilsen.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the Boy Scouts of America, Boy Scouts of California, good day and happy birthday to you. What a magnificent assembly. What a great celebration. And I see you way back there by the blue bus. I know you're there celebrating over by the pond in the back, over by the state library building. The bus is over here. And by the way, you do have another guest here, the inspiration to good stewardship of our forests and wildlands, Smokey the Bear. Way to go, Smokey. I am so deeply and profoundly honored and humbled to be here with all of you. Remembering many years ago at Radcliffe Stadium in Fresno, a jamboree where I was a young scout, in awe of how big that stadium was and my little small piece of it as we were out there doing our little expression, as were all the other scout groups. When I was asked to come here, I remembered my own years in scouting and what they have meant to my life. I've dedicated my life to serving other people, and that's what you do. There's kind of a story or a legend, I don't know whether it's true or not, maybe it's arguable, about W.D. Boyce was lost in London, and a scout from London took him to his destination. A Samaritan gift, helping others, and that's a whole lot of the spirit and the character of scouting. I looked up one of the scout laws from 1911, doing some history. Brave, clean, reverent. What great values and what a crucial time indeed we are in our society where those qualities of character, ladies and gentlemen, are desperately needed. Those quality of characters that we see in our youth here assembled today, and I know there's some Girl Scouts, and I don't want to get into all the nuances, explorers. I know you're all out there. There are so many. That's in no small measure why you were great. As chairman of the Board of Prison Terms, I saw all the criminal offenders and learned all about their lives, from the very least to those on death row. And they all have almost all something in common, and it's called a broken heart. A young child that was not nurtured and loved, was not given, inspired, and directed in the course of values, did not develop the character that is such a mission of the Boy Scouts of America. It is critically needed. It always has been, and that's why it came to be so strong in the world and in the United States. But there is a calling now to have a resurgence, and no greater time than your 100th anniversary. What gifts you have brought to this nation, you scouts. Our 98-year-old scout to the youngest that's out here in this assembly. Studying the history, I learned that great composer Irving Berlin in 1940 dedicated the royalties to one of his songs to the scouting in America. You know what that song was? God Bless America. Well, God has blessed America with all of you.